Hello, if you haven't already figured out by the title, this is going to be my project for English. I'm going to be showing you around my Minecraft world that I've been playing on expert mode on Feed the Beast Infinity. And I'm also going to be showing you the starting to Botania. And then hopefully I'll have a little extra time at the end to do something fun. Set a timer here on my phone as it loads in. Make sure I know how long I've been recording. If you hear anything in the background, it's because I'm using a cheap mic off of headphones, and if you saw that there, you didn't see anything. Don't look at that. So this is the world that I've been playing in. Now, first off, I'm going to show you my house. Look at that. Is this a block of cobblestone? Yes, it's a block of cobblestone. I don't design things very well. I'm not creative whatsoever, so this is what works for me, and this is what I like to use. Now, up here, this is me. I have my tools up in here. My pick, shovel, sword, hammer, armor. Put that on with my jetpack. I'll explain that later. My crossbow, food. Oh, it's up here. Actually, I'll leave that in there. My bolts for my crossbow, hang glider. Everything has to be in a specific spot. Otherwise, it's not in the right spot. Bag, watering can. All right. Some steak and chips here. Sorry if this is loud. I have no idea how to balance the sounds to make it even with my voice. So what should I do first? How about power first? So this, here's my jetpack if you can't tell, is how I generate all my power. I've got my windmills over here. Those produce about, I think 50 combined RF per tick. If you don't understand what RF per tick is, that doesn't really matter. All you need to know is that 50 RF per tick is 50 power units per tick, and there are 20 ticks per second. Then here are my water wheels. Each one is 4 water wheels hooked up to another kinetic generator, which is what these are right here. And if you can't see at the top there, it's Wayla. It explains what each block is that I'm looking at. So this is the kinetic dynamo. Down here I have another kinetic dynamos attached to 3 water wheels with water running over them. I have no idea how much power these generate. I just made them early on to make basic power, and I haven't taken it down. This is my... You can see how powerful my crossbow is. This is my reactor, and it's very loud, so I'm going to get away from it. Actually, I'll show you inside first. Uses uranium and these heat vents to generate heat, which then outputs, I think, that's around 200 RF per tick. I don't know the actual conversion rate from U per tick to RF per tick. And those all go into this little NV capacitor, which is just a buffer I use so I can connect these high voltage cables to it, which then go up to my normal capacitor. But then I also have the solar panel here, which I made quite early on. Generates 64 RF per tick, so it's actually pretty good. But then over here is my pride and joy for power generation. Now this is a gigantic farm, as you can plainly see, but these crops are mutated so that they grow really fast, and they give 4 harvest per piece. Like every time you harvest it, you get 4 pieces from it. And they also have a strength of, like, they have a growth of 10, gain of 10, and strength. Growth is really fast, gain is how many you get. So 10 is 4, I think at about 7 you get 3, and so on and so forth. Then strength is something completely irrelevant that doesn't really matter at all. And then I have soybeans here, and I have potatoes back here, and the sugar cane I'm just making to get sugar cane. So what happens with all of these crops these days? Well, they go into this diamond chest, fills this thing completely up. It's, as you can tell, it's quite full. Then this one pulls out soybeans. It has a little filter down here to say don't pull out soybeans. It goes into this presser, which presses it down into silken tofu, which goes over to here, which gets pressing down into firm tofu, and soy milk, which goes into here. And as you can see, I still haven't made a thing to get rid of soy milk. The firm tofu comes over here and goes down into this machine. Explain that in a second. Potatoes come over here and down to this machine. Explain that in a second. This machine takes a pot and water and makes salt. Why do I need salt? Well, come over here, you have bakeware, salt, and potatoes. That makes fries. Why do I need fries? Well, come over here, you have firm tofu, fries, steak and chips. So now I have tons and tons of food, and it gives me lots of my little health bars down, like hunger bars down here. But I can also use it in this thing called a culinary generator. The culinary generators make RF per tick based on how good the food is for you. So this produces 110,000 RF at 44 RF per tick, which then gets fed into my buffer and then into the capacitor there. And then next, I think I'll show you what I started with. So when I started, I needed to make this. And this was the only way to melt down ores and to make tools out of them, because the normal tools, if you know Minecraft, are just a few sticks and a few things of iron. Those don't work in this game mod. You have to make Tinker's Construct tools, which are what these are. The Tinker's Construct tools, you need to make a pattern, and you need to design, like pick out what patterns. You put the patterns in here, you put the material in there, and you get the part. You take the part, you put the part in here, you select which one you want, say a pickaxe, so you need a head, a binding, and a tool rod. You put those all together and you get your pick. Now this one, I have a manual and pick head, paper binding, and an alumite tool rod. Manual and pick head because it's the strongest and the fastest, to my knowledge at least. The paper binding because it gives me an extra modifier space, and modifiers are things you can add on to make this faster. And like I have a diamond on here, which gives me more durability. I have redstone, which makes it faster. I have lapis, which gives me fortune. And then the alumite tool rod just gives me more durability. And then it's the same thing here. You just use up here and you put the things right there. And you put the tool here, you put the modifiers right there, and pull it out of there. And you just keep repeating the process until you fill up, as you can see down there, the 100, the 450. So next, I made this. Now this is a coke oven. What does a coke oven do? Well, you need it for creosote oil because down here you can type in any item and it'll show you how to make it. Most people know, if you've played Minecraft before, a bucket is just 3 pieces of iron. Not in this. These are 3 iron plates. Oh, wrong one. There's also multiple different iron plates, but the only one I care about is the industrial craft one. You can click it again to show the recipe. To get iron plates, you need 2 pieces of iron and a forge hammer. That doesn't sound too bad. How much is a forge hammer? Forge hammer, you need 5 iron. Okay, that's a lot of iron. Then 2 treated sticks. Well, how do you get treated sticks? You click on that. You need treated planks. How do you get treated planks? From surrounding a bottle of creosote with planks, and that gives you treated wood planks. Well, how do you get creosote oil? Well, you have to take coal, and I used blocks of coal, which is just 9 coal put in a crafting table, and it burns it down into blocks of coke coal and creosote oil. Very long process to do that at the very beginning. And then the next thing I made was a blast furnace. Blast furnace, I used the blocks of coal and put iron blocks in here, get steel. Now, steel was very useful early game for a bunch of different these recipes. I think the biggest one was to make this rock crusher. Rock crusher, I used to crush obsidian down so I could make, get crushed obsidian, I think is the name of it. Yep, crushed obsidian. And that, if you hover over it and press U while you're in NEI, it'll tell you all the uses you can use it for. That was used to make machine frames. And machine frames are the base for almost all of Thermal Expansion's machines, which are very powerful and very helpful. For that, you need a dense refined plates, big circuit board, iron chip, tin gear. It's a very long explanation process, and I don't know how much of it I'm going to go into. But the next part of my base I'm going to explore, just try to avoid all that stuff right there, is the thing that I spent a lot of time on trying to get to work, and I'm very happy that it works now. It is storage system. Now this is actually quite small. I've seen people who are just like, this whole room would be filled with these storage drawers. Now each drawer can hold a specific item, and as you can see, these have outlines on them. That means they've been given an upgrade so they can hold more items. But this looks all fine and dandy in of itself. Let me grab something. If you shift and left click, you get 1 item out of it. You can right click to put it back in. If you just left click, you get a stack of the item out. Yes, I do have more than 64 diamonds. Yes, that's a lot of diamonds. And you can right click to put them all back in. If you hold right click, it'll put all of those items that are in your inventory in there. That is all cool and everything, but I kind of want to just access any item without having to hunt around here. And I have other items that I only have a few of, so I don't want to make a drawer for that. Oh, what are these? Logistic pipes. What do those do? Well, those you can attach to all of your storage systems, and you need power junction, which connects to your power grid and everything. That'll explain in a minute. And these are all connected with provider logistics pipes, and these pipes, which all are default routes. That's just the way around I used. And they're full of items, like just full of random things that I don't want to make a storage drawer for, or don't need to make a storage drawer for. I could probably clean this out. It's quite messy in these. Actually, yeah, I kind of need to because I'm almost out of space. But the logistics pipes make it to where I have this one set up right here with an extractor module, which means I can open this up, throw in my soybeans in there, and it'll go find the nearest inventory where I can either put soybeans or it has soybeans in it. But what if I want an item out? Well, I use my wrench, and I click on this requesting pipe, and I request, say, I like to have this on size, so the biggest size is up here. I want a stack of yellorium ingots. And you can see it coming out there, into this chest. So now I have my stack of yellorium ingots, which it pulled out of right there. Because it's also connected to this drawer controller, which controls all of these storage drawers. And then, oh, what next to explain? I guess I can show this. This is my hazard suit, which I have to use to, don't look at all that. I have to use to access my reactor. Because if I take one of these out and put it in my inventory while I'm not wearing that suit, I will get radiation poisoning and die quite fast. And I've died quite a few times from forgetting to put this suit on. But I guess next I could explain my machines. Because machines make everything easier. There's automation and makes things fast. But first I think I'm going to go to sleep. Because it's nighttime and I don't like things spawning randomly where they can blow stuff up. Because creepers, if you don't know, are explosive and they like to blow up. I will show you with, I guess, this one. Other monsters burn in the daylight, creepers and spiders don't. Which is annoying because creepers are annoying. No, don't blow that wire up. I guess you can blow up over. That was probably quite loud. I'm sorry about that. Fix this up. I don't have enough dirt. Alright, let's go get some dirt. I also have this hang glider, which is actually really easy to make. It's just some glider wings, which are just leather sticks. But when combined with jetpack, it makes me go really fast through the air. Let's get some dirt so I can fix that. Show you my pipe system in action. You can type in for a specific item. Yeah, I think 10 is fine. Fly over here and put these. Alright. Well, I can put these back in. And I'm sorry if I just start running around in circles while I'm waiting for something, because I will do that without even realizing, me just flying around, messing around, and not doing anything. I have a list here of what I want to do, but I don't know how much I'm actually going to get to. So this is my capacitor, which holds 10 million RF. So those RFs per tick I was talking about, they all go into here. And that's why this is full, because these produce so much RF, and I'm not using that much. I don't think I'm using any in the moment, actually, because none of the machines are running. And this thing, actually, I should probably explain this first. This thing up here, the lasers, they get power, which then goes into this assembly table, which was how I made that basic machine frame I was showing you earlier. Because see up here, it says assembly table. So it needs 400,000 RF to turn these pieces into this. And then I think I'm only going to explain the basic machines down here because some of the more advanced ones might take a little bit. So the pulverizer right here. Shoot, I should probably go mine a few ores just to show examples. My mine is down here. It's the same thing I've been mining out of since the very beginning, so it's very stripped in all the areas I've been to. But let's see if I can find something quick. Or I might have mined this completely out. There's nothing. I'm not looking for stuff like this. I'm looking for a specific ore. Oh, there's one. 10. That'll work. Okay, gravel. I hate gravel. If there's one thing I hate in this game more than anything, it's gravel. Why do I hate gravel? Because if you mine the block under it, they all fall down into that place. Gravel is affected by gravity, which the only other thing in this game that's affected by gravity is sand, and sand I hate equally as much. But at least sand isn't everywhere. Gravel, whenever you're mining, you find it everywhere, and it just causes lots of problems. I think it's the right way. I get lost really easily with mines. Yep, here we are. Alright. So back on my train of thought after that long rant. You throw an ore into the pulverizer. You wait for it, and you get some dust. Now what does the dust do? Well, you come over to a furnace, you throw the dust in. Actually, I'll show you. Throw a tin ore. If you just put an ore into a furnace, you will get wanting it out, as you can see there. But when you put the dust in, you get wanting it per dust. So it's a way to double your ores. Now that's all fine and helpful, but it's really annoying to go put ore in, bring the ore to a furnace, smelt it, then pull the ore out of the furnace, put it in my storage system, and then be sorted. So I made this. What does this do? Well, you just throw your ore in here. It uses these transfer nodes to pull it out over here. And this is what you saw earlier at the farm. They're transfer nodes. They pull them out of inventories, put them into an inventory. And this pulverizer knows to accept from the left, output the secondary, because these all have like a secondary they have a chance of dropping, up to this chest up here, and output to the right. And that output is the dust, which then this furnace knows to take in from the left, output on the right, which is the pulverized tin. But that output on the right is my logistics pipe system. So it automatically puts the ingots right to my storage drawers. These are all connected to power and everything. So I don't have to worry about putting coal in this or anything, so it just drains power automatically. And yes, these wires can go through blocks. Does it look weird? Yes. Do I care? No, not really. I think I showed you. Oh, stop. Anything else of these I need to explain, really? This one. This is a metal former. This is basically does the job of that hammer I explained earlier to get the... Just clicking right now. The iron plates. So see how you have to use 2 iron here in the forge hammer? Well, if I go grab a piece of iron, you'll see me misclick a lot because my screen is actually smaller than I'm used to it being. What is that? What did I just do? What is this? I didn't know this existed. I just shift right clicked on this and it popped up with this. So I guess it shows my upgrades and it shows the items that are in there. Cool. I didn't know that was there. So if you have it on the rolling mode and you put the iron ingot in there, it does the same thing as the hammer, but it only requires 1 ingot to get 1 of those plates instead of 2 ingots to get 2 of those plates. And that saves so much iron. The rest of these things are later on advanced machines that I really don't want to explain because I'll be explaining them for like an hour. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to start a new mod because everything you see here that I've done in all of my places, except I don't know what you would consider the agricraft stuff. I guess you could consider that farming, but I use tech with it. But all I've done is tech. I haven't done anything magic. And that's why you might see this. Why is there a random green patch on your base? Also, if you come back here, it looks very ugly because, once again, I'm not good at designing things. But why is there a green patch on your roof? Well, there's a green patch so I can start Botania. Do I know a lot about Botania? No. Do I know the basics? Yes, and hopefully I can get through it. So the first thing I know I need is an apothecary. Don't laugh at my spelling, and this is a very hard word to spell. So apothecary. I know I need this, which is 2 cobblestone slabs, a petal, and those petals, actually I could show you this right now if I can find one. This is what I did before the episode, so I'd have this all prepared. I went out and found a bunch of these. Are those one of them? No, those are Natura. Each of the mods are listed. Actually, I can point that out to you right now. No, it doesn't go away. At the top there where it says Stock Green Garden, underneath it in the blue, that's the mod it's from. So as this, you can see it's from Pam's Harvest Craft. I'm gonna have to fly some ways to find one. Darn it. I might cut this out. I don't know. Oh, here's one. Mystical White Flower from Botania. So these things you can take, put them in a crafting recipe, and you get 2 petals of that color. Yes, that means you have to find the specific color for each and every one you need for all the recipes. Yes, it gets very annoying very fast. That's why I haven't really gotten that far in Botania before. But for the Petal Apothecary, I just need any random. That's why it's changing here. That means you can use any petal color. I need a cauldron, and I need 3 double compressed cobblestone. Oh. So what is double compressed cobblestone? It's when you take cobblestone, and you put it in here, you fill it up. That's a single compressed cobblestone. Now, let me just do this a whole bunch of times. I don't know how much I could do the math, but do I really want to? Oh. Actually, no, I don't, but oh. So that's double compressed cobblestone. Now you take that, you fill that up in here, and you get double compressed cobblestone. So what does that mean? It means it's a ton of cobblestone I have to use to do that. As I can tell you by the little tooltip down there, each double compressed cobblestone is 81 cobblestone. Actually, I need 3 more of these now. I use these 3 to make the slabs, which I get 6 of. I only need 2, so I can throw the rest of this in there. Once again, they'll just go and find an inventory to put in. And now I already know the recipe for cauldron, but I guess I can show you. Cauldron is just 7 iron plates in that shape. Pretty sure 7, yes I do. So you drag that through here. If you don't know how to do that, I know a bunch of shortcuts for Minecraft because I've been playing it a while. I am right-clicking and dragging, which drags one item to each and every spot that you dragged over. If you left-click, it'll evenly spread out the inventory between all the spots you're going to. And then if you double-click on an item, it draws every item it can pick up. So say I do this. It draws them all to that point where your mouse is, and it puts them on. But that's besides the point. So here's the cauldron. Put that there. Cobblestone slabs, and then a petal. And I get my petal apothecary. Now, I also know... Where's my bucket? Do I not have a bucket on me? I always have a bucket on me. Where's my bucket? Oh, there it is. I also know I'm going to need water. That's an infinite water source if you don't know Minecraft. It's hard to explain, but water generates... The way water works is if there's 2 side source blocks, it'll automatically create another source block right there. So you can draw water from it in infinite tons. That's how I'm also making the salt over there. Now I'm going to go to sleep, not because I hate the dark, but also because you need it to be light out for Botania, at least at the beginning, because you're going to be crafting day blooms. What are day blooms? We'll get into that in a second. And all these tools and everything, those were also crafted using computers, going back to what I said earlier. I just really don't want to explain how I made all of these, because all of these are late tier items, so they take a lot to make, and it takes a lot of explaining. You can probably hear the reactor over there, so I'll try to stay over there. But I'm going to make another infinite water... Oh, shoot. As you can see, this is right above my little area where I put this, but since I don't ever go back here, I'm just going to use it anyways. Come on. I am misclicking quite a lot. So I need 1 bucket, and I'm gonna get water. And I'm gonna be going up and down this a lot. I can tell you that right now, because I'm gonna have to go back and grab items to make stuff. So now I've got my Petal Apothecary. I've got my water source. You put water in the Petal Apothecary to craft things. So what do I want to craft first? Well, first I think I need a wand. Wand of the forest. And these are all just different colors because you can use different combinations of petals. But I need living wood. Alright, so I can't make a wand yet. So living wood is... Oh, wait. I know something I forgot. I think I have it. Lexica. Shoot, I'm gonna have to figure out what it is. Lexica. Oh, it is Lexica. Botania. So gold, nuggets, and flowers surrounding a book. Alright. I have plenty of books. I think I have gold nuggets in here for some reason. Yeah, I do. 4 of these. And 4 flowers. So I guess I'll use the red. I don't think I need red really for anything else, so that'll be fine. Now this thing, because the expert mode changes a lot of recipes, you don't want to actually follow this for recipes. That's why it says work in progress, not 100% accurate. But this will explain a lot of things to you, and it's also really cool. Oops. I have to figure out how to do this again. Don't want to add a bookmark. I know that. I've done it times. This? No. Share. Show notes. Be online. Mark. Back. What? Back. Oh, there we go. So I think I want basics and mechanics. And I want pure daisy. Oh, I need pure daisies first. I thought they were day blooms. Alright. So how do I make a pure daisy? That's not right. That's a glitch with this game. I don't know why, but if you type in any of the flowers with Botania, it'll give you this first. But you just go to the next side. So Petal Apothecary and 4 white flowers inside there. And I also know I'm going to need a seed. So flowers. I don't have any white ones. Gosh darn it. Alright, I'm probably going to cut me going and find these. Back. Alright, I'm back. I have 3 of these flowers now. I know I'm going to need 2 of them. And then I know I'm going to need a seed. I don't have normal Minecraft seeds. Oh no. This is not turning out well. I think I have some over here. Ow. Oh, wheat. I can make seeds from wheat. Alright, so now that I have my petals and my seeds, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see that little UI opens up. Drop in the seed, makes that loud noise, and I get a pure daisy. take this pure daisy, put it here. I'm gonna need some wood and some stone. Stone. There it is. And wood. Use this to find it because I don't want to look. Come up here. Put it around the pure daisy. Whoops, what did I do? And you wait. I'll be right back. Oh, well, this is going. I'll explain to you my jetpack real quick. Oh, there goes. That pure daisy then turns this into living wood and this into living rock, which then is used later for crafting, running out of time. So I'm going to explain my jetpack real quick and then I'm going to wrap it up. My jetpack is armored, so that means it gives me armor like the rest of my armor does. But it's basically just another machine I crafted that allows me to fly. You can see the little trail it makes. And the way I charge it, because it uses RF like everything does, is you just throw it in here and it'll charge up. It holds 2 million RF. So if you're starting to kind of get a sense for how much RF, like how big amounts of RF are kind of common, like this thing charges, like I'm getting about 1,000 RF per tick, all in all, when it comes to everything. But yeah, I think that's as basic as I can get it. Like I could go on for hours and hours explaining every single little thing I've done in this map. But that's about all I've got time for, so I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to go through a nightmare of trying to edit this for the first time ever. So, goodbye.